Hey y'all, welcome to Hummin' Catfish. Today we're going to be making one of my favorites, American Beautyberry Jelly. So grab a bucket, put on your boots, and let's go. Calocarpa americana, also known as the beautyberry, has been used in the South as both food and medicine for generations. It grows from Texas to Florida, all the way up to Virginia. Now that summer's kind of winding down, that's when the American beautyberry likes to show its colors. First, let's find the plant. All right, prepare to be stunned. While you could snack on one right off the bush, they don't have a lot of flavor. They're kind of astringent. So of course, adding sugar and bacon. You add that to anything and it tastes better. Now today's recipe doesn't require a certain amount of cups or quarts or pounds or anything like that. We're going to do a 1-to-1 ratio to get the juice extraction, so it'll be 1 cup of the beautyberry to 1 cup of water. However many cups you end up picking today, that's how much jelly you're going to make. So let's get to picking. This will actually be my second picking at this particular bush, but one of the easiest ways to get these off is just put your bucket under there and kind of roll these around. And then they just fall right down into your bucket. I think I got enough here. So we're gonna get back to the home place, knock the bugs off, and make some jelly. We are back in the kitchen. I have the beautyberries laid out on a pan, and I'm gonna get everything sorted and ready to rinse. All right, I'm just going through getting out some of these stems. You don't have to be too particular, and you don't have to worry about the little stems. Just a big clump of them can tend to make it a little bit bitter. And if you find any bugs or whatever in there, and if you don't want those in your jelly, which I'm assuming most people don't. Now I'm going to get these rinsed off and put into a pot. We got about 6 cups of the beautyberries that are sorted and rinsed. And now to this, I'm going to add 6 cups of water. So if you only have 4 cups of beautyberries, you'll do 4 cups of water. But I'm gonna do 6 cups of water in the pot. All right, now that we got them in here with the water, you can just stick your hand in there. And what we're doing is just kind of crushing them. Not pulverizing them or anything, but just help them release some of their essence. We're gonna get this on the stove. We're gonna bring it up to a boil, then kind of kick it back a little bit and let it simmer covered for about 20 minutes. While we're waiting for that to simmer, let's go ahead and get our jars and our lids ready. Get the jars washed into your water bath canner and get that heat turned on, get them warmed up, and wash your lids and follow manufacturer's instructions on that one, because I know they've changed. Okay, our beautyberries are ready. So I'll take this bowl and put this colander in it, and then I'm gonna drape this cotton flour sack towel over it. And then we're just gonna pour it in there, and then we can see how much we got. Now let's see how much we got. Ooh. All right, so just about 6 cups. I like it. Now we know how much juice we're gonna have from our beautyberries, we can do a little bit of math. So for every cup of juice, you're gonna use 1 1/4 cup of sugar, 1 1/2 tablespoons of pectin, and 1/2 tablespoon of lemon juice. So I have 6 cups of the beautyberry juice. So I have 7 1/2 cups of sugar, 9 tablespoons of the pectin, and 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. We can get all this measured out and ready to go. In the description, I'll put a link with a printable chart so that you can have this on hand and do all your calculations however you want. I'll also put a note in there if you're not using bulk pectin and you're using like the Sure Gel boxes, That ends up being about 6 tablespoons in a box. I'll put a little thing in the description on all that for you. I have the beautyberry juice back on the stove. I'm gonna add the lemon juice and our pectin. Okay, so I'm getting the pectin stirred up into our beautyberry juice. I'm gonna bring this to a nice rolling boil that can't be stirred down. That just sounds so cool, a boil that can't be stirred down. If you want to cut down on the foam, just a little bit, tiny bit of butter in there will reduce that a good bit. All right, I think we just hit a boil that can't be stirred down. Now we're going to add the sugar. Now add it all at once. Now we're going to get that mixed in, and we're going to bring that back to another boil. So this is not the time to go do something else. Just keep an eye on it, because this is going to want to come up. Cut off the heat. And let's get this in some jars. All right, we don't actually have a whole lot of foam. That butter really helps. But I'll go ahead and skim this little bit off. It doesn't hurt nothing, but it just looks so pretty when you don't have it. I'm gonna call that good enough. And don't throw that out, because that stuff tastes really good. All right, let's get the filling. And I'm actually glad we got a little bit left that I'm just gonna put into here. There's this Armenian peroc cake that I wanna try with this. But that's neither here nor there. Let's get these things sealed up. I have a diluted white vinegar. I'm just gonna dip a cloth in it. So I'm just gonna clean the rims twice. And these short ones, I'm going to use a disposable lid on that. And how you want to do these, so you can just put it like that. Take your 3 fingers and tighten it. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get the short ones done with the regular lids, and then we'll do the reusable lids. We're going to do the harvest guard, so I'm just going to clean off the rim like I did the others. If you do work with these, an easy way is to get your lid oriented like that in the pan. Get your lid on there, or get your gasket set up on there like so, and then pick it up as one, put it on here, and flip it over. And then you're gonna put your band on. And the way you tighten these is you're gonna put a finger there, make sure it's on a towel, and spin it until it starts spinning with your finger. All right, we got the canner loaded. It's coming up to a boil. So let's get that going. And then we're gonna water bath can that for 10 minutes. If you are using the reusable lids, after they've done their 10 minutes, make sure you take each one and tighten the lids all the way down. I know it's extra work, but it is sure nice not having to go buy lids all the time. And then if you're using those, just make sure that you cover them up with a towel or 2 so that they cool down slower than the other ones. And here is our disposable lid ones. Now y'all know I'm gonna show you how these turned out. We'll come back tomorrow and we're gonna check the seals. We're gonna see if our jelly's set. I don't know, do we have syrup or do we have jelly? We'll find out tomorrow. Not gonna leave y'all hanging. So I'll see y'all back here tomorrow. Okay, we are back. It's the next day. We had almost 100% ceiling success rate. We had one of the reusable lids that just didn't want to. It did, and then it released. I guess that happens. But the jelly set up beautifully. See that? Now let's give it the old taste test. Oh, that's so good. It's got a little bit of tart to it. It's kind of a floral, almost berry, well, it's a beauty berry. Almost like a strawberry, florally strawberry, not quite strawberry, florally berry flavor. It is hard to explain. These short ones with the throwaway lids, I gotta get them in the mail. They're going to Alaska and Japan, which I think is just so cool. And I'm excited to try this with that Armenian cake I was telling y'all about. If anybody does know anything about the Armenian peroc cake, if you could put something in the comments, I would appreciate that. Also, let me know your favorite way to enjoy the Beautyberry Jelly. And to June's mama in Japan, Tanosamu from Alabama. Well, that's all I got for y'all this week. I really appreciate you watching this video. And if you like what I'm doing, I sure would appreciate if you hit the like button. And if you really like what I'm doing, I'd appreciate if you considered subscribing to the channel. So until next time, I'll see y'all later.